morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. If you're new, I have a little format I've been following for a while now. I like to pick 2 Sun Sign Love Connections. Love connections for me in my channel, my readings are about all types of love. So yes, it's romantic love, absolutely. Committed, but it's also love of ideas you have, love of yourself, of course. It's love of your family, your animals, your plants. I mean, the list goes on and on. So it's all inclusive. And if you're not in a relationship, you don't have to feel like you're not going to get a message. Spirit has messages for everybody, and I'm just the vehicle and the conduit to bring them forth to you. So I appreciate your time. And what I do is I pick the one sign, which is always known as the featured sign. And by going around my beautiful zodiac wheel, we start at Aries, end with Pisces, in a streamlined fashion. And for the beginning of the month and the mid-month readings, and now we're on the mid-months. Today's actually April 18th. And today's featured sign is that of beautiful, beautiful watery Cancer. And that's kind of neat because it's synchronistic with the planetary aspects and the fact that the moon is now in the sign of Cancer. So I love it when there's that beautiful synergy working with you. Now, the other thing I like to do is add a highlighted connection. That's strictly done by Spirit, and it's done right in front of you. So I don't really know what that is until the moment I roll the dice. Of course, it will be in the description box for you. And this will be for you, Cancer, today, the sign of Pisces. That's so beautiful. That is such a beautiful watery combination. Both water elements, both incredibly deeply emotional souls, and both coming from a place of wanting to care and nurture, and just such vulnerability comes to mind with these signs. Okay, so Cancer being the featured, ruled by the moon. Okay, the moon has such incredible, powerful influences on us, and we don't even know half the time what's happening. We feel things, but we're not sure why, right? And it's just been known since the beginning of time that the moon does control the tides. So there's showing you in a physical way the influence and the power of the moon and the planets. And then the moon is also known notoriously for being a time that shines light on things. The new moon, of course, being a smaller light, but that can start and initiate new things and beginnings. The power of that connection, the will, the intuition within us, which is a lot of what the moon represents, our innermost, deepest feelings. And that's what you find with a lot of Cancers. They're very, very sensitive, very capable of picking up on energies and people's feelings, and very perceptive and psychic, and this is absolutely true of this highlighted connection of Pisces. They're both very similar in a lot of ways fundamentally. The differences, I would say, is of course the fact that Cancer is ruled by the moon. Pisces is ruled by, well, more modernly Neptune, but historically Jupiter. We'll go with Neptune, and especially since Neptune happens to be in the sign of Pisces and will be through 2026, 27, it stays a long time in each sign. And well, Neptune is the planet of imagination, creativity, the deepest parts of us. Once again, the god of the underworld, the sea. I mean, that's a whole life in itself down there. For those of you enthusiasts that are interested in that sort of thing and snorkeling and going underneath, it's the few nature shows I've watched, I've just been in awe of just what goes on. There's so much to be aware of and to see and to learn from. And Pisces is a very, very creative sign in itself. One of the most creative, very intelligent. Both Cancer and Pisces are very intelligent in the way that they can be very, very resourceful, very capable of entrepreneurial, endeavors where they can be very independent and make things work, watch them grow, put out that inspiration, put out that manifestation idea and feeling, and just see it just flourish, Cancer Cancer's a homebody a lot of times. Cancer's like the familiarity of things, that you know, just feeling that sense of warmth and comfort comes into mind whenever, you know, Cancer energies are around, and especially with the moon that affects all of us now. And, you know, this Piscean energy is just that constant, you know, let's go with the flow. Let's make life happy. Let's believe in the most incredible, beautiful outcome and highest good for everybody. You know, it's about other people, you know, it's about working with other people. It's about believing that we can, you know, grow together and learn to accept our differences and see things from a different perspective. And it's just centered, it's heart-centered, you know? So these two together really generally have a beautiful and very complementary, loving energy. I see it all the time. I've studied, you know, astrology compatibility since I was 12, and I've been doing tarot readings and being a spiritual counselor for over 30 years now. So it feels good to talk about this. It feels good to feel that warmth and that emotional part as an air sign that I am, and with a decent amount of air energies this year in general, and then moving forward for many years. It's good to think, it's good to have ideas, it's good to formulate ways of expressing and connecting, of course, through the mind. But when it comes to the heart, I mean, the heart is the most intelligent, intuitive muscle in our body, organ. It's a muscle. And so it's interesting when the two of them meet, the mind meets the heart. It's that holistic, beautiful energy that makes things work. And this new moon that happened in Aries, it's all about the new. It's all about the beginnings. Cancer, you're a cardinal sign. And so you really like to initiate. You like to keep busy. You know, you usually are the ones leading things and getting things together, and, you know, especially around the home. You're a great homemaker most of the time. Doesn't matter the gender. It's just something you love, and you love catering to others, and you love keeping them comfortable and fed and making sure there's a secure, you know, steady kind of foundation for you. And you seek people in your circle that have those same kind of, you know, desires and wants. And, well, the imagination and the creativity between the two of you is really unparalleled. But the other thing that's really important is, you know, well, Pisces is a mutable sign, so they're very adaptable. You know, they're very willing to open up and try things. They're a chameleon in a lot of ways. They can be very capable of changing their colors, if you will, and just kind of going with the energies of where they are. They kind of pick up on that, and they become that energy, which can be a little bit, you know, you got to set the boundaries, right? Pisces, to make sure that you know what's really right for you and what isn't, and not just go into it because it just, you want to be happy and you want to be with others, you know. And I don't know, I digress. This is gorgeous. This is very expressive in the way that you feel and how you want to connect and love and share and be of service. And I'm going to read to you the 3 major categories that I do for these highlighted connections. Now, the highlighted connection may not resonate with every single Cancer today, you know, and you might think, I don't really have a significant person that's a Pisces, or, you know, that you can think of. Give it some thought. Sometimes it's funny, you know, you could have somebody you work with and you've worked with them a long time, but you never found out when they were born. And if they were born the last part of, well, you know, what is it, 22nd, I believe, maybe 21st of February through about the 20th of March, that is a Pisces. And it could be, you know, a good friend. It could be so many different things. It could also be that something very significant has happened to you, Cancer, and started in that time frame. And remember, this year, I can't forget it, quite frankly. It was during a retrograde, basically the whole month of February. So there was some real interesting review going on in your life, Cancer, and it could very well have had a lot to do with the fact that you were going through this Pisces fellow water sign, you know, introspective time that was super important to you, where you needed to review, reevaluate, you know, reinstate feelings, maybe reinvent yourself after everything we've gone through, right? that's very pertinent. So it doesn't have to be a person, but it could be that energy that was very, very strong and was leading you to a certain direction. And so the first category for this particular highlighted connection, and by the way, if you haven't, once again, you're like, I don't even know if that's right. Stay tuned. I also pull a rune that kind of puts a period or, and what is it? Punctuation mark under this particular guidance under the 3 major categories. And then I go into the oracle messages. And those are for every single Cancer and every one of your love and connections of all kinds, okay? So there's a reading and some kind of message for everybody here. And lastly, if you have not subscribed and you like what you see, please do me a favor of supporting the channel and subscribing and liking so that it can be shared and that YouTube will share it as well. Because what happens is when you do that, it's free. It's super supportive, and you can go back and you can see all the videos and you can get notified when I do upload, because it's a little different each day depending on what's happening. One day, I think it was the last one, it didn't upload for over 24 hours. I don't know what that's about, but I just keep it moving. So moving on with that, yeah, and then you can comment and you can ask me anything you want at any time. I am here for that. I am extremely passionate, and it is my purpose to do that and to help you and to hopefully uplift you and show you some guidance that comes through these messages. Okay, so the first category is always the overall energy leading you to this reading. And, I don't remember, of course, what your specific messages were from the beginning of the month, Cancer, but it's a continuum of that. Okay, and it doesn't have to happen immediately. You might resonate right away. It might take you a couple weeks. It might be happening tomorrow. And your first, I love this so much, your first overall energy, and especially with this highlighted connection, is that of the Lovers. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory in a lot of ways. It is a major arcana. And yes, it has to do with, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. And remind me, MaryAnne, do not say anything until you've got your glasses on. It's a newer deck for me, but I love it so much. This is the beautiful Star Spinner Tarot deck that I added for the mid-month readings. And you have the Wheel of Fate. And you have 2 people here, which reminds me of the Lover's card and other depictions of other decks that I have. But it's phenomenally beautiful. And it's even actually could be better. Because you already have relationships. I don't really have any question in my mind that you, as a beautiful, loving soul that you are, if you're open to it, have many love relationships in your life and many connections, because that's what you put out and that's what you receive. And sometimes it's okay to have less of them that are more quality. And I feel like that's a part of it too. And I feel like family truly loves and appreciates you as you do your family. But the wheel is exactly what it says. It is a new time. A lot of times it can be karmically, it's the time, it's the clock, it's the seasons, it's the time, it's whatever meant to be is turning in your favor now, okay? Because I know that myself, and I'm an older woman at this point in my life, a more mature woman, I've recognized cycles very clearly now. And I see the times that are just full of wealth and exuberance and energy and vitality, that beautiful aspect that the sun does for us in our sun signs. The first day we're born, the season we're born, right? And then I see the times that are more barren and more, maybe saddened. There's loss, there's gain, there's all the different cycles. And this is what represents the Wheel of Fortune. Being aware of that, being in tune with that, which you are. As a Cancer that's ruled by the moon, this is second nature for you. So right now, there's some real interesting, beautiful new things that will be forgive my speech, transpiring for you. And I know as I'm sitting here, it has a great deal to do with this new moon in Aries, which was so powerful. And it will continue to affect us for the next 6 months and onwards. So I don't know what you sat with and what you, gave yourself time to set intentions for on that particular day. I just know that it is a major powerful one of the year. We each get one full moon and one new moon every year. Aries starts the astrology year. Aries started spring. Aries is also a cardinal. Aries is fire. Aries is passion, motivation, innovation, just, pioneering and beginnings. Beginnings. Moving forward, looking forward. And it's your time. It's a 10. 10 represents a new cycle, the beginning. 10 plus, 1, 0 is the 10, and you take away the 0, it's 1. It's new, it's starting, it's already started. Perhaps it was more in the mind, and now it's in the feeling, and then it becomes the manifestation, tangibly being able to be seen. And it could be starting slow, that's okay too. We have the beautiful full moon on the 27th of April, and that's in Scorpio. That's your other fellow water sign. So it's going to bring truth and awareness, and just revealing of things that may have been hidden are going to come forth. And I love that. And I love it for you. And it's going to bring the truth of why the circumstance is happening for you. This beautiful change of events. For no other reason other than the fact that you deserve it. And it is about the karmic aspect of life. What you put out, you receive. Something amazingly beautiful is happening, and you may have been wanting and planning this for some time, and everything is about timing, and this is time. So that's fantastic. And it could still have a lot to do with the beginning or newness of this relationship, which is what I see with these two people intertwining. They've waited, they've stood the test of time, and now that time is now. It's time to get engaged. It's time to make that commitment. It's time to add family. I mean, the list goes on. But I can tell you it's positive. And I can tell you will definitely be recognizing it if you have not already. And you can always share that with me. I would love you to do that. The second category is the overall possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the 7 of coins. So interestingly enough, you have this incredible new opportunity. I mean, it could involve money, it could involve a relationship, it could involve a new business, a new idea, all the different variables with the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor now because it's time. And interestingly enough as well, Mars will be going into your sign, Cancer, at the end of the month. So there's a lot of beautiful energy working for you, firing you up, pushing you forward. You're not a lazy person. I don't know lazy Cancers. I know Cancers that have to go and re-establish and re-energize themselves, because of this power and this gift of ability to feel so very strongly. A lot of empaths are Cancers and water signs, a lot of psychics, a lot of spiritual leaders who understand the unseen things in life, the strong energies that are out there. They feel them, they pick up on them. So they need time to withdraw and, regenerate, as I said, like like anything, like anybody that needs to feel that strength come back. You have to allow that to be calm and build up in a natural way, right? And yes, exercise could come into the picture as well. You might be starting a brand new exercise regimen. You're just like, I'm on this, man. I had to put this off too much last year because I was at home too much. All of those things come into mind. But the second one is the 7 of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles are practical things. They are the coins. They are the earth signs. And tomorrow starts the season of Taurus. And Taurus is a very complementary energy for you, Cancer. Water and earth work extremely well together. The water is helpful for the earth to grow the seeds that are being planted, to get your hands in there. I'm actually going to buy tomato plants today. It's that time of year. It feels right. It feels good to be in nature. It's so good to see that you plant something and you wait and you trust and you know that it is going to come into fruition, that it will be a bountiful time. And you're really considering this, you're thinking about what you've put forth so far, the energy, the time, your perseverance, your patience. 7 is a beautiful number. It's a lucky number in a lot of ways, and it reaches the 10 in not too long. So whatever's happening, you're still building upon that. And that Wheel of Fortune is absolutely going to be very beneficial in helping that, probably quicker than you might have even imagined. But this is beautiful. The only obstacle is just realizing that it may still take a little bit of time. But the energy of the beautiful Taurus, I mean, that's all about wealth and beauty and dreams and love, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is everything that I just mentioned and more. And it's the beautiful feminine quality that we all have. We have feminine and masculine, the beautiful feminine sensual aspects of life, the natural things that make us happy and fulfilled and stable and secure. You know, I love this for you because it's showing me that you're right in tune with the energies of what's happening in the world, as well as what's happening within you. That's a beautiful balance. That's a wonderful, wonderful way to live. And it's a good thing to always try to accomplish this balance, of course. Now, the final category is that of finances. And yes, it does mean money, and money is energy, and you are very capable of acquiring it. You can be very, very strategic in that way, and shrewd, I would even say, because it means that much to you. You know, you will get out and go and do what you need to do to achieve and to keep the comforts there for those, like I said, yourself and that you love. And I feel like there's a lot of beautiful opportunities coming through for you to do just that. And so let us see what this beautiful message is for that category of finances. And you have, I can't see, oops. I have them around my neck now because I had a good friend just give me this wonderful little, the Six of Chalices. Oh man. It looks like the Lovers again. I mean, and it's pink and it's that beautiful serene feeling. But the Six of Chalices is a happy, happy feeling. It's a fulfillment. You know what it is? It's sentimental. It's thinking about things in your relationship and people and circumstances that make you happy. It reminds me of childhood events, you know, and the memories of that. It makes me feel that you are feeling emotionally happy about what you've acquired thus far, you know, in love and in finances, in filling your cups. 6 is balance. The number is about balance. It's about your everyday activities and being moderate and taking care of yourself, having fun. Laughter is important, you know, making yourself happy and being in a place where you think about the positive things that you do make you happy, and always focusing on that is what's coming through with the 6 of Cups. It's just such a beautiful, inviting, you know, people from the past. It does definitely include that, you know, people coming back just unexpectedly from maybe when you were younger, childhood experience, you know, and just thinking, wow, I haven't seen or heard from that friend in so long. And that friend might be very instrumental in helping you with your finances and a new job or this opportunity that's coming around, you know. And I like it. I like it a lot because when you're feeling good, everything kind of all works out, right? And it's something we have to work at times, I know, but this is more of a definitely divinely guided, loving energy coming to you. And for you to be able to just take it in, you know, soak it in. You're a cardinal sign. You are ruled, you know, like I said, by the moon, and your season is in summer. You represent the season of summer. All cardinal signs start the seasons, and that's not that far off. And you're feeling really motivated. And I know that you just sense that the right things are going to come around, and you're going to allow that to happen. And I think you're going to do it in a very calm and reassuringly confident way. And the highlighted aspect of Pisces together, the intuition that you both have, will let you realize you have everything you need. You have everything you need to manifest and to understand. Things are exactly the way they need to be, and you are on the right path. And just really feeling that love and passion as well. And motivation. So good, beautiful news, beautiful opportunities. Working hard, of course, not too hard though. That's important. So I hope you like that and you feel that in some respect, because, you know, it's a lot there. There's a lot there, but it's absolutely positive. I like to add the rune now, though, and I do it as the, just kind of the culmination of the message. And these are beautiful amethysts, so they protect and they ward against, you know, toxic energies, and they have that beautiful healing energy, because I feel like the Piscean aspect of your connection and highlighted aspect does reveal that there is definitely healing happening. And I don't know to what degree it's a general reading, but it's there for you. And that's really important. And I don't, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, somehow things are just, they're all being healed. You know, this is the year to reset and to allow ourselves to heal. So you have, oh, I haven't gotten this one in a little bit. I've never memorized it yet. I'm just learning it. I got this as a Christmas gift, and I said I want to add this to my repertoire because I find that the runes are some of the most compelling and incredibly knowledgeable and so divinely wise energies, and, you know, yeah, an oracle that I stand the test of time. They've been around for centuries. So this particular one, if you can see, is, how do I explain it? It's like an M, but then it has another little part to it. So there's an M there. There's an, oh, okay, right next to it. Okay, if you can see that. I hope it's not too blurry, but I'm going to set it right in the center. Possible blessings or obstacles, okay? To really, really bring forth the message of what that Seven of Pentacles is specifically. And this is called Mannaz, M-A-N-N-A-Z, and it is number 20. So 20 becomes a 2, and there you go with the partnership again. So I feel really strongly with this incredible, you know, indication of the Six of Cups with fond memories and happiness and, you know, sentimentality and people in your lives and siblings and maybe family, and just like I said, the family being so incredibly important to you, having to do with your wealth of finances and well-being and happiness and emotional stability. And that Wheel of Fortune, boy, let us see what it has to say for you, though. As I go into this section, I can read number 20. Well, first of all, it says the time period is between April 14th, which we just passed. We're on the, what, today's 18th, through the 29th of April. Right at this time. This is very, very synchronistic. I love that about the rune. Thank you. Thank you for really just sealing it together. And the words and messages coming through are response, forgive me, I think I just spit, meditation. We spoke about that. That's something you really need to do, but you also aspire to do because it really keeps you grounded. And that grounded energy of Taurus coming in is perfect for that. And then you have introspection, subconscious, medicine, there's that healing, okay? Spirituality, tribulations, humiliation, and disagreement to be overcome. Whoo! Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, boy. Lots of communication issues, lots of emphasis this year with Aquarius, Jupiter and Aquarius, all about expansion and joy and blessings and opportunities and freedom and new, you know, and outside of the box, you know, out of this world, ruled by Uranus, unexpected new surprise beginnings. And then Aquarius and Saturn, you know, structure, constriction, focus, steadfast, you know, make it happen, do your work. You'll get greatly rewarded for it. Whatever this thing is, whatever relationship, whatever it is, it's going to take some work, and it's going to be worth every single step of the way because you'll get great rewards from it, like with anything. So I love that for you. That is beautifully in line with your reading. And it's just letting you know, okay, yes, that's another confirmation that everything is good and will be good through all challenges. And so then I go from there to this beautiful oracle. Couple oracles I have. I've changed it up for the mid-month readings. And this is the beautiful starseed oracle, because we're all starseeds and we are all connected and we are all major manifestors. And so the messages that come from this deck are absolutely beautiful. It's a rather new deck, but I love what it has to say. And so I'll read to you what yours is specifically, Cancer, and all your beautiful, beautiful connections. In addition to the highlighted one, we have Empathic Starseed. Well, I mentioned at the beginning, that is definitely one of your gifts. And you are able to feel and understand, not only understand, but to know, because you've been there. You've been down that path. That's a true empath. And to be aware of this, and it says energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Something to be aware of as a massage therapist. I have to do the blessing. I choose to do the blessing to ward off any extra energy or stress that comes from people you work with, because they're very stressed, right? You want to distress that, but at the same time protect yourself. As an empath, it's essential, and it's perfect that this came up for you. So being aware of that. Look at this beautiful illustration too. Looking in the mirror, looking into that vortex, you know, being aware of everything, but also protecting yourself in the meantime. And I always recommend carrying, tip of the day, an amethyst stone for that very reason, as I do, for the warding off of toxins and energies and, you know, things that are not in your favor. Just, it totally helps to seal and to heal your energy. So that's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to read to you a little bit more of what it says, though, from the book. But I love that that came up. I really do. It's just perfect for you. Okay, so the reading is, empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through the physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. And it's true. And I've sensed that and had that in my lifetime with Cancers and water signs. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own, taking on the other energies. My goodness, last year alone, you know, I mean, you really had to be grounded and do whatever it is that you do, your magic ways to protect yourself, to give and to express love to others, but allow yourself that protection from all the energies, because we all take it in, whether we know it or not, right? We're absorbing all of it. And then how much you want to watch certain TV or all those things add to that. So it's always good to just curtail that to the best of your ability. You know what your, you know, how much you can take and how much is maybe going to be adverse for you. So it says, many are prone, wait, I read that, I'm sorry. Natural introverts. They tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. Does this sound familiar to you, Cancer? If not, you probably have fire in your charts, which you can always look up for free, or even air, where you're more sociable and out there, you know. But for the most part, yeah, you need that time to, like, downtime, you know. Just let me just kind of reestablish and re-energize myself, as I mentioned earlier. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. So there you go. And this is like literally just bam, all for you, Cancer. I can't imagine it being so, well, I can, because I've been doing this for a long time. But clearly it's speaking to you. And I'm super happy to be able to send the messages your way. I really am. And they're always beautiful. They're always sent with love and inspiration, which is so much what's needed in this world. That's what I'm about. That's what this channel's about. And I welcome all like-minded people that want to be in that field of, you know, optimism and love and helping others to feel and know how important they are just as they are. And the last category is the last deck is the beautiful Super Attractor Manifestation deck I use on a regular basis, because it is about creating and manifesting the life that we choose, because we believe it, feel it, and therefore acquire it. What we put out is what we receive. It's always been the law of attraction. It's a common thing you hear all the time, but it's really true. And you can test it in small ways. But mostly, I think it's just important to just feel as good as you can at all times, to allow that to happen. Think of the things that make you the happiest. Turn on things at TV that make you laugh. Sit with yourself in your quiet time when you can regenerate and just be still and commune with, your higher power and the co-creation of the divine. And it's all beautiful. It's all perfect. So your beautiful message in ending your reading today, Cancers, and every one of your connections. My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. And there's so much love in the universe, and it's always there for us. And I love this beautiful card. It is that rich, vibrant red, sacral chakra that keeps us secure, keeps us grounded, keeps us stable, trusting, powerful, faith-filled. You got that new moon there that definitely affected you and is affecting you, and it always has. I mean, you especially being a Cancer, but incredibly positive influence are in for you and coming in, and this time is yours. It's yours for the taking. So I hope that you will. I hope that you can, and I hope that you will enjoy every single moment of it. I thank you for tuning in, and come on back. I'm here every day, and I do, like I said, the beginning of the month and the mid-month readings. So yeah, very, very nice to be here with you. And until next time, you take great care of yourself. Bye for now.